Are there any channels that you think are sort of overhyped, where you're thinking to yourself, like the brand messaging would be lost in this channel for marketers, but yet they think it's a
Um,
shiny object and they
you
want to
know, we
run
did
after it?
so in the first when COVID first hit, I'm sure your audience probably has read about this. The cost in a lot of the online channels went way down just because everybody flooded out for a little bit, and so at the time we were pushing. We actually have going back to your question around businesses. We actually have a small business and organizational offering for Evite called Evite Pro. So it's a $249 yearly subscription. You can throw much larger parties. There's a better tracking and analytics. And we were basically launching it. And so, we actually put a pretty big salvo out. This was, a little bit before COVID, so more in the fall. And at the surface, it looked like it was really, really positive. But once we went and did, slightly deeper digging in terms of attribution, it turned out not to be quite as good. So that was kind of on the professional side. And then during COVID, when we launched our virtual product, we also did a very hardcore push into virtual. And I remember this vividly because we were looking at the attribution and the response data from Facebook. This was a Facebook ad campaign. And at the surface, I was like, oh my God, this is great. Like we can go spend millions of dollars and make money, but we weren't seeing the results show up in actual events. And there was a mismatch. I was like, well, this can't
Right.
possibly be right. So then we actually did a much more sophisticated attribution test where we held out some real control groups to understand how much of this activity was literally just Facebook's pixel picking up an attribution that was going to happen anyway. And
Right.
like 95% of it was going to happen anyway. Maybe like 99% of it was going to happen anyway. So literally it was this huge waste of money.
Right.
But if you didn't have the sophistication to do that attribution tracking, you would have thought it's like, hey, this is an awesome ROI. So
Yeah.
that'd be my one comment is these, to the extent that you've got like a large brand footprint already, less so if you've got a smaller business that's just cutting through the noise, but someone like us where you've got, a couple 100 million people that are coming to visit, the attribution dynamics get really important in
Yeah. I
terms of
mean,
channels.
that's probably a common theme across most of our sort of slightly more sophisticated clients, is that they really want to understand the marginal impact, right?
Yeah.
The incrementality of everything that we do, and not just say, oh, this pixel fired and therefore it belongs in this bucket, right?
Yeah.
And sort of really understanding the interaction effects between different forms of media that are in market at the same time, including earned media, which is the hardest one.